A very warm welcome in the class of numerical methods. We are now entering in the module of solving ordinary differential equations using numerical techniques. There are more than one methods are available for finding out the solution of an ordinary differential equation using numerical methods, and we are going to learn three of them in this particular course. The first one is Euler's method, from which we are going to start our journey. After that, we are going to discuss modified Euler's method, and next RK fourth order method subsequently. So let us see what we are actually approaching for Euler's method. Now, before entering into the Euler's method, I just want to say that generally we are having the differential equation of the form dy dx is equal to some function of x and y if we are taking or considering the first order differential equation. Now, if we can find out the result of this integration, find out the result of the solution of ordinary differential equation using integration, if it is possible for us, then we are obviously getting the result in the classical manner. But sometimes it is not possible for us to get the result. In those cases, we are depending on numerical techniques. But there, along with this, we are not going to get the expression of y in terms of fx. This is not the thing we are going to get in numerical methods, but instead of that, we will have some initial condition given to us, that is the value of y at a given x. Suppose x given, it is known to us or provided to us, and we are asked to find out the value of y at x. This is x asked. So ultimately the structure what you are getting, that is dy dx as a function of xy, it is given to us, along with y at a particular x is also given. Suppose it is x0, and y at xp it is asked. The important requirement for this particular structure is that from x0 to xp, how we are approaching. This is a very beautiful aspect of numerical methods, that you can go from x0 to xp in one step. Even if you can go from x0 to xp by 2 steps, and you can go in this manner for 3 steps, 4 steps, as per your choice or as per the requirement of the given problem. So depending on this, the matter what is changed, that is the value of h, that is our step length. And as well as the step length is small, the number of steps, that is n, is high, and generally we are observing that it also makes the accuracy higher. That means the error related to this particular calculation becomes minimum in this process. Okay, so this is the schematic formation of any method related to numerical approach to solving ordinary differential equation. In Euler's method, this is provided along with y is equal to y0 at x is equal to x0. So we are now going to show that how the working formula is coming for Euler's method, because it is a very simple and easy thing. So we need to know this particular aspect. So we know that yx plus h is equal to yx plus hy dash x plus h square by factorial 2 y double dash x, and so on. And we know that this is nothing but our famous and important Taylor series. Now, as the step length we are taking h is very small, so h square, h cube, all these are again more smaller, and we are neglecting those values. What we get, that y at x plus h is equal to yx plus h y dash x. Now what we can write in this position of h y dash x is nothing but h f of xy, because the given problem is like that, dy dx as dy dx is equal to y dash x, which is nothing but f of xy, because look at this, dy dx equal to f of xy is given and dy dx is nothing but y dash x. So in this position of y dash x we can write f of xy, and this becomes our working rule for Euler's method. So in the first step we can write y at x0 plus h is equal to y x0 plus hf x0 y0. Please check here, x0 y0 both are given, so I can find out y x1 from this. Am I right? Y x1 is nothing but y1. So if my number of steps are 1, then I got to my destination. But if my number of steps are greater than 1, that is 2, 3 and so on. Similarly, my requirement is to find out y2, y3 and so on. But y2 can be calculated as y of x1 plus hf x1 y1, where now x1 is known and y1 is calculated. So in a nutshell, x1 and y1 both the things are now known to us, and we can find out y2. Similarly, we can find out y3. So in this manner, what we get the working rule for Euler's method is very simple, and there is nothing to memorize, because we have already seen that how this process is generated. So yn plus 1 is equal to yn plus hf xn yn along with x0, y0 and h all are known to us. So this is the whole thing related to the calculation of Euler's method for solving the ordinary differential equation from the numerical point of view. So immediately we have the answer of the question, that if I have to find out y8, then how many steps we have to perform. So let us start one problem. Dy dx is equal to y minus x by y plus x, it is given to you, with y0 is equal to 1. The question is, find y for x equal to 0.1. Please concentrate in this. If nothing is mentioned, then you have the query in your mind, from 0 to 0.1 by how many steps you are going. If you are having only one step, then h is 0.1. If you are thinking for 2 steps, then h is 0.1 by 2 and so on. But here in the question, it is given that taking step size as 0.02 using Euler's method. So the solution will be done like this. here my dy dx is y minus x by y plus x, and x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1, h is equal to 0.02. So when I am trying to find out y1, it will be according to the working rule y0 plus hf x0 y0, whereas x0 is known to us, y0 is known to us, h is known to us. So what we are getting, that 1 plus 0.02 into this calculation is actually y0 minus x0 by y0 plus x0. So we can write it as 1 plus 0.02 into y0 is 1 minus 0 and is 1 plus 0, so it is actually 1, then we are getting it as 1.02. But what is the meaning of y1? The meaning of y1 is at y at x1. So what we get, y at 0 plus h, that is 0.02, because x0 is 0 and x1 is 0.02. So what we get, y at 0.02. But what is asked? Asked is that we have to find out the value of y at x is equal to 0.1. So if you are trying to find out the number of steps you require, otherwise you will not be able to reach to the destination, because you have to decide that how many steps you have to perform. So if you have 0.1 minus 0 by 0.02, this is going to be the number of steps you have to perform. So 0.02, then 0.04, then 0.06, 0.08 and 0.1. So number of steps you need here 5. So you got, it is as your x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. So you need now y1, y2, y3, y4 and y5. Among these requirements we have already got your y1. Now in the similar manner you have to find out y2, y3, y4 and y5. So just for the sample calculations, we have now y2 is equal to y1 plus h into f of x1 y1. So we know y1 1.02 because it is calculated, plus 0.02 it is our h, and f of x1 y1. What is f of x1 y1? It will be y1 minus x1 by y1 plus x1. Now look at this, all these are known to us, so it will be 1.02 plus 0.02 into 1.02 minus 0.02 by 1.02 plus 0.02, and by calculating this thing and simplifying we get it as 1.0392308. But we are not yet reached to our destination. In this manner we have to calculate y3, then y4 and then y5, and this will be our required thing according to the question. So look at this, don't perform only one step and stop there. You have to go for your destination and to find out the result. So in this way we can calculate the result for the particular problem. Now I want to mention just a simple clue to you, that if you think about the geometry behind that, it is actually something like that. If we have y is equal to fx like this, and if suppose this is my x0, so according to this it will be my y0. Then we are suppose thinking about x1. So if we extend this line and if we just drop a perpendicular at our x1, that is it is our x1, so this is my h. In this manner similarly you can go for x2, so you can drop a perpendicular over there, and for this x1 you are getting this value as y1, for this x2 you will get the value as y2. So now what is actually going on, you are having this particular line as your tangent like this, and you are also getting this particular line like this tangent, and you get this part as your del y, which is nothing but h f x0 y0. So when you are calculating y1, you are doing this addition to that part to make it approach to this desired result. So this is the geometry which is actually behind this. Now one question should be asked in your mind, coming to your mind, that we are doing one calculation from y0 to y1 and immediately in the next step we are moving for y2. How much perfect result we are getting over here have I checked or verified? So if I make some concrete decision at y1 then go for y2, then is not it going to be a better approach? So if please think about this particular question, and you will get the answer of this question in the next lecture, where we are going to discuss modified Euler's method. So these are the references what you can follow for your further study, and also these are some very simple assignments. Please solve it for your own purpose, and after that solve some more problems from any of the textbooks or internet resources. So I thank you all. Happy listening, happy learning.